So in the beginning, there was this dream. It all started 14 years ago when I had this dream, and this dream was different than the dreams I used to have up to this moment. I remember it was a dream that felt like a movie. It had beginning, middle, and the end. And it was like a whole movie. And I remember I was so fascinated by that. I thought, this is so strange. Like, why do I dream of this? Or why I had this dream? So I thought about it, and it just couldn't leave me alone because it was just too different from the dreams I had before. It was about a girl that gets into another world, something like Alice in Wonderland, but she gets into this mixed with Peter Pan, you know, Neverland. There was this Neverland, but it was not a land of beauty or of infinite childhood, but it was a land of dread, and like the things that were never supposed to be were there. And the girl that I dreamed about was in this land, and she had to kind of survive through that. So, and spoiler, she came on the other side and stronger than before. And yeah, and she had to overcome this villainess that was there too. So that was the first, actually I would say that was the first kind of version I had of this story I'm writing, yeah, on and off for already 14 years, and I know it's like, it's crazy. You would think I already should have it filmed by this point, because it's such a long time that I'm working on this, and it's still not done. It's still not finished. And I've been there many times. I've said to myself, you know, I'm not gonna do this anymore, man. It's just too frustrating. I don't have time. I don't have nerve to do this anymore. But this story never left me. And it kept growing in me. So throughout those years, this story grew with me. As I grew, this story grew with me. And that's where the main problem began and continued until infinity. And that is that I started having other versions. And I started having like so much so much versions, and I had more versions, and then it was like trying to piece together one solid picture, one solid picture from like five different puzzle sets. You know, it's crazy. Like, you're trying to create this one thing, one compact thing, right? From all of these pieces. It was a lot of... it was crazy. And when I'm talking about this, I'm like, dude, why don't you give up, man? You have every reason to give up. Just give up, man. Just, like, what are you? Like, you're delusional. And just give up. But even though I hear these voices, or this voice in my head, it's probably a mix of my own voice and the voices from my past. This story is still there. The girl is still in a kind of wonderland and also in a kind of Neverland at the same time, and that's where the Dreamland comes into place. Dreamland is as the name suggests, well, it's a world of dreams where all dreams are concentrated. And you might wonder how I came up on this idea of a shared dream space. Well, I came up on this idea because during my teenage years I was groggy, man. I was done. Differently than I'm now. I'm burned out because it's been too much. Everything. Pressure. Just everything, you know? That was before, but when I was a teenager, a different kind of pressure was there, and that was this kind of existential dread. But maybe it's not... I guess it's kind of hard to come up... It's hard to describe it. It was like, I just hated to be in reality, man. Because it was fucked up. Because I was bullied. Not bleed, but I was bullied by my schoolmates. I was this weirdo, and it stayed with me. It's gonna stay with me forever. And now I'm glad, but, you know, before, when you grow up, you want to... I mean, when you're a teenager, you want to fit in, right? And I did not fit in. So that was that, and we had family issues, family problems. As most of families are having some kind of problems, but ours was like another whole level. And I don't want to talk about it, it's not needed for this video, but it's just so that you know that I'm coming from this background that was very difficult to live in, and I just had to find a space where I felt safe, and that's where dreams come into place. Because when only when I went to sleep, I felt like my life has a meaning. I felt like something is happening in my life that is exciting and amazing and I just loved fantasizing even throughout the day. So I basically ran away into a dreamland, I slept so much that basically I slept more than I was awake. So that was one point of my life where I was also deeply depressed, and I have these issues, these psychological issues, they follow me throughout my whole life, and that's just how it is. But at this stage of life where I just didn't want to live anymore. So it was really difficult for me to accept reality. It was unacceptable. It was unacceptable. So I ran away into a dreamland, just like Alice ran away into Wonderland. And it's not easy to talk about these things, because sharing about my background, it's not something you do every day, right? But I feel it's necessary for me to do so, for you to understand me and this vision I have, and why also I'm not giving up even when it's so hard. This story is about me. It's a story about a girl who cannot bear reality, so she runs away into a dreamland. And as you can imagine, I had a lot of dreams that were really interesting compared to my reality. And so this story took shape from my real life. It's very vulnerable. It's very vulnerable. I feel very vulnerable sharing this. But I feel it's the right thing to do. It's the right way to go, even though it's not comfortable. So that's where Groggy comes into place, my main character, my main hero, heroine. That's where she comes into a place. It's a story about a girl who gets lost in a dream world, and she gets lost here because she is searching for one mysterious young man that appeared to her in one of the dreams she was in. For the first time, she felt seen. She felt like she belonged, and that's why she's searching for him. And that's why she got lost. But as the journey progresses, she will find him. Spoiler alert. She will find him and she will travel with him. And there are gonna be many adventures. And she will have to face the villainess, the main villainess. And spoiler alert, she will come right on the other side, stronger than she ever was before. So I know it's kind of unorthodox to share like the whole story, right, basically, but you'll see there's so much more. I have so much more planned out, and I'm currently writing a script. That's one of the reasons I want to share it with others, because I feel like this vision it's not just a coincidence that the fact that I'm holding on to this story for such a long time, even though I even gave it, like I gave up like many times, but always I always came back, man. I always came back. I guess it's because this story is a part of me, and it's just like, it would be like burying something that is still alive in the ground, and you have to come back because it's alive, man, and it's precious. And so, yeah, my vision and my goal is one day to film this, and for you to see it in theaters, in cinemas, on a big screen, which is like so far away still, but I'm doing steps, and this is one of the many steps I will have to take if I want to succeed in this. And nothing is certain, man. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm figuring things out as I go, and it's terrifying, man. I'm terrified right now. But maybe because I'm burned out, you cannot see it so well, but you know, inside, like, I'm really terrified because it can fail. It will not go as I imagine it, or as I plan it. You know, it's always different. You always have to take a different road, but you know, this story, I guess it's so important for me because it's not just about me, about Groggy. Because if it was just about me, my heart is starting to hurt because I'm so vulnerable right now with you. It is not about me, just about me. It is about that mysterious boy that this whole story is dedicated to. It's the one who upholds me. It's the one who took me through this all, right to this moment. That's the one who sees me. That's the one who sees you. You may not know it yet, but he already sees you. So this story is a parable. It's a parable of my life. But I believe it can be so much more. And it is. I just wish others would discover it too. Because sometimes I feel I'm the only one who sees it. And my duty is to go on, even when I feel completely alone in this. Because it's not just about me. It's about others who need the message of this story. I remind myself when I'm down, the world needs your story. And it needs your story too. And that's one of the reasons why I made this channel. It's to inspire those who hesitate, those who don't know how to do things. Man, nobody really knows. Like, there are certain formulas, things that can work, but they don't have to always. And I feel like everybody is figuring stuff out. Maybe some people are more skilled in figuring it out more quickly, but that doesn't make them better, it just makes them more experienced, and that's it. And how you gain experience? You gain experience through trying, failing, trying, you iterate, right? And you figure what works and what doesn't. So it's always it's a journey. Always it's a journey. And I invite you on this journey with me to come along and witness my crazy dream come true. Even though I might not believe it right now because it seems impossible. Your dreams, they probably seem impossible too. But I believe you are the one who decides which ones will become impossible by you not going after them, not trying. It's your journey. You decide which story will be told. And that's why I'm deciding to tell mine. Take care. And see you when I make the next step closer to my dream come true.